Welcome to our live edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline in the BPTV studio. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Smoking Jim Frazier's here doing his impersonation of AKA Stevie Wonder. Glad to have him back. Got a lot of great sports for you. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and all the way from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between. Thanks for all your Facebook likes. 6,874 likes. We appreciate you watching and liking our page. I got a few promos here for you. Let me start out with what we got here. First, Olive Oil's Pizzeria sponsors our show. Let me get there. There we go. How's that? Can you get that camera right on there? Look at that. 412-831-1900. Do you know where Hillcrest Shopping Center is? They're right in the middle of Hillcrest Shopping Center. Smoking Jim even found them, so you can find it. People drive by it all day long on 88, but check them out. They got great food specials, great pizza, hoagies, pasta, salads. You name it, they got it. Check them out. Next, I end each show with Stay Joey Strong. That's in honor of Joey Fabus. He died before his 9th birthday. They started the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation, and they've raised over $100,000 to donate to find a cure for DIPG, the brain cancer that kills all these kids and killed Joey before his 9th birthday. Talked to David Fabus. They had a flea market the other day, and he's got like $25,000, $30,000 they're going to be donating, so stay tuned with what's going on there. And they have different events. September, they have the 5K 1 mile walk that I get a show and interview all the superheroes. Joey likes superheroes, and they all dress up wearing superhero costumes, and it's a great event. So check that out. Next, Bethel Park Historical Society Arts and History Center, 2600 South Park Road. It's an over 100-year-old building, schoolhouse. They've refurbished it. They've done a lot of great things there. There's even a coffee place that I go there for my green tea, Reginald's Coffee. You got to check it out. Smoking Jim, they got Wi-Fi there. You could have coffee and be on your phone and computer and whatever you need there. Reginald's Coffee. Check them out at the Bethel Park Historical Center's Arts and History Center. It's a great place. Next up, BPCF.org, Bethel Park Community Foundation wants you. If you have a group in the area, they have money for you. $100 to $5,000 for your group and doing great things in the Bethel Park area. And they have money there. You just got to get your application online. Come to the meeting. I'm one of the trustees on the board. We'll listen to your request, and we gave out over $100,000 last year. So come on out, check it out, and get some great money for your group. Next, Dave Cable likes to have a little fun. This is a TV commercial too, but we'll do this. I want you for BPTV. Tell them Uncle Al sent you. Al Levine of Pittsburgh Sportsline wants you to be like Jack, who's helping out. And you got our man Steve running the whole show here. Audio, video, camera work. They do it all. Give a call. 412-831-3304. Tell them you want to be a volunteer and that Uncle Al, the talking machine, sent you here. We want you for BPTV. You can be like Jack and Steve and anybody else that helps out. All right, we have a sponsor for What's on Your Mind. We asked that question to start our show off, and it's sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. They're right past Mineral Beach and Trax Farm and the Dairy Queen, heading down 88, red, white, and blue station. They work on anything and everything that runs on gas, from cars, trucks, lawnmowers, boats, you name it. They even have a Pittsburgh drive shaft company now. They make parts for your cars. They got one machine that's from 1907. So they got a lot of old machines that do the job to make parts for your car. So check it out, Skeets Service Station. Their number is 724-348-4715. Tell them Al Levine, the Talking Machine, sent you there. Before I pass the baton here, thanks to Mary Ann at Azazu. Got my nice haircut, just fit that in the screen. Look at that cut I got today. Azazu right on 5th Avenue. Checked out the art festival with my buddy Vince Ornato and Jono, who does a lot of great things at the Designer Bag Bingo, calling numbers, and his art is great. Him and Maria were at their booth. They were so crowded I couldn't get a picture of me with those two.
Wow.
But I did get one with my man Vince, the caricature artist that's been doing this for 30 years. He has great industrial paintings. Check out the photo I posted on Facebook. You can see a few of his paintings there in the background. It's just great industrial paintings. So that's what we have for you. And now, what's on your mind, Smoking Jim Frazier?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
I just happen to have
you
it.
got to see Levine.
I'm glad you can see
Practicing
better.
my
You
old
caught
high
that.
school quarterback option days.
When did you ever play quarterback? My man, what year was that?
Got my arm from Pony League.
Never had a witness that saw you play Pony League ball, man.
But
Thanks.
But I tell you what's on my mind is if you'd asked me before the season if I thought the Pittsburgh Pirates at this point would be 30-35, I'd have said yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. But,
Remember, folks, he's not a baseball fan. He don't like the Buccos except when they're giving him free tickets and zoo tickets. And why he gets them, I don't know, because he don't promote anything good.
But you got to love your Pittsburgh Pirates. Are one game out of last place.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, man, the best baseball is being played in the American League anyhow, man. I'm just looking at some of the standings, man. You got the Twins that are 43-21. You got the Astros 45-22. And I tell you what, man, even the Yankees, who are in second place with a 40-24 record, the Rays 41-24. And let's see, I wonder what my Dodgers are doing. Oh, 45-22 in first place, man. But that's some great baseball all around the league. It looks like the American League is the dominant league. Again, maybe it's high time for the National League to adopt the designated hitter. But congratulations to a friend of the show. Interviewed her on many occasions. Tried to date her once in the blue moon. I wouldn't have mind. But how about the great Swin Cash? Just got a VP job with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Amazing.
So
I saw that yesterday. Yeah.
Congratulations to Swin Cash. She went to a high school near Monroeville.
Penn Hills.
She went to McKeesport, actually.
I knew you were lying.
Went to McKeesport.
That's where my mother's family's from, McKeesport.
From McKeesport?
Yeah.
They got out of there just in time, didn't they?
No, they never got out.
But I tell you what, Al Levine, finally, I was saying the whole time that, man, some of these guys, I remember years ago, Pitt had a running back by the name of Swervin' Curvin Richards. I don't know if you remember.
No, I don't remember him.
Curvin Richards was a great running back, and he ended up hurting his ankle, and because of peer pressure and coaches' pressure, they talked him into going back into a game against Notre Dame after he'd been out a few weeks. And there's so many fine ligaments and tendons in that ankle. He ended up re-injuring that ankle, and It affected his pro career. Never was much in the pros. Played a year or two with the Dallas Cowboys, but he could have been a great, great player.
Right.
And that reminded me of last night. I never thought Kevin Durant would play in the series. I thought he would sit it out and heal up. But because of all the pressure and wanting to win, even though he won the World Championship twice already, was, the series MVP. He came out last night, hit three-point shots in a row, hit a couple foul shots, had 11 points in the first quarter, on his way to looking great, and then he blew out his Achilles. So he's going to be out all next season and probably won't be 100% for a couple seasons. And he was gambling because this was his year to really get a max contract somewhere. And so that looks like that's out of the window. And most people don't like him anyway because he's kind of like an aloof guy. He's not real good with the media. And so not too many people outside of me is feeling sorry for him right now. But
I'm going to talk about him next.
Oh, there you go. Let me get out of here. I don't want to say too much.
We'll continue this. I'm glad you covered 3-4 subjects of what's on your mind. I only have one, Kevin Durant. I think he's a great basketball, one of the best of his generation.
Mm-hmm.
After being off a month, very frustrated, he wanted to come back, and he shouldn't have come back. Like Smoking Jim said, you go and rupture your Achilles tendon, and it looked terrible on TV with what he did. I had an uncle that had tore an Achilles. I had friends that I worked with tore Achilles, playing tennis, basketball, you name it. And it just happens if you're not properly stretched, or if you had an injury, other injuries can happen to it because that's a sensitive area like Smoking Jim's talking about. Look at what he's done and what's happened to him. You've been injured before, you know. Yeah. And it's just a shame that he blew a tendon out and possibly his career. You know, because how's he going to get the money that he should have got at the top of his game? Now he can't even play. So it's a rough situation for him. I do feel bad for him. I don't like injuries to anybody in sport. You know, I give him a lot of credit for being great athletes and maintaining that level. And that's what he's done. Look at how he made the move from OK to, come to the Golden State Warriors and become a champion. So I give him credit for doing that, making a move that people didn't like it, but he did it. So best wishes to him and whatever he does in the future, and we'll see what happens. It's not a good thing. And that's what happens in sports sometimes. Bad things do happen to people, so you got to watch that. And when you're healthy, you got to be thankful and grateful for that. And most people aren't. They take it for granted, and then something bad happens and they go, woe is me, why did this happen? Bad things happen to everybody. We all have something bad happen to us. What do you do next? That's what I always ask. What we're going to do next is some fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac.
Hi, Bethel.
Hi, Bethel Park. Uncle Al speaking. I'm asking you to come help us behind the scenes at BP TV. We're looking for some proud Bethel Park residents to help us make the shows that you want to watch. For more information, contact Station Director Dave Cable, and we will see you behind the cameras at BP TV.
All right, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. Thanks to Rookie of the Year. Thanks to my main man, Jack, out there. Jack's going to help me with a baseline test.
Too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Never too late, is it?
Your baseline's so far off the chart. If you get concussed now, they won't even know you're concussed. But you can try.
But the fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac is going back in the day. I gotta talk about
What?
that. You know, back in the day, I had a
What
couple,
day was it?
way back in the day, but I had a couple NFL tryouts after I hurt my knee. One with the Atlanta Falcons and
No way.
the other with the Chicago Bears. And my agent at the time, after I flunked both of those physicals, he says,
Go for it.
"You should sign with the CFL." He says, they'll sign you and they'll let you rehab. And so we decided that we were going to go ahead and sign with the Toronto Argonauts.
No way. You can barely pronounce that.
Man, barely flew into Toronto, man. It was beautiful. Loved it, man. The Sky Dome at the time was just outstanding. It was state of the art, man. It was beautiful. They gave me a tour of the CN building, towers. It was just great. They took me down to the Toronto Islands, and we had dinner down there at some of the nice restaurants. And the white women, Al Levine, the talking machine. You know, there's some beautiful white women out there.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. And they were, a lot of them were in Canada, man. And went down to the waterfront and also visit the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Wow.
And after I fell in love with the city, I flunked their physical. So they lied. I was back in the States, but I brought that up to bring this up.
I can't wait.
Kawhi Leonard, one of the best basketball players in the NBA. The only biggest difference between him and Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan's got charisma and he don't.
Yeah.
This guy can play defense, he can play offense, and I would encourage everybody who has the ability to play in the NBA to consider playing in Toronto. Kawhi Leonard Toronto wants him, they may win the championship, they should win the world championship this year. And a lot of people don't realize he's probably the 5th best basketball player in the world. But he is the only basketball player in the country of Canada. Canada's a whole different country. So now you can be, and there's only one basketball team in Canada. So Leonard could have all the endorsements in the nation of Canada.
Wow.
And he can also have the endorsements and stuff here in the United States. The NBA, most of their games here are played in the States. Could be a big deal in 2 countries. I would not leave Toronto. Not only is it beautiful, it's close enough to the United States where you can go back and forth by airplane just as quickly as you can go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And he's getting all the endorsements. Canada is a different country than the United States. He could be great in 2 countries. I think these guys should consider that a little bit more. If I was playing in the NBA and I had a choice, I would want to play in Toronto because I would be
Some wisdom from Smoking Jim
business
Frazier.
opportunity in 2 countries.
There you go, folks. You don't hear this every night from Smoking Jim Frazier. You're a deep thinker tonight, brother. Except for the white women clause. Got to bring the race out. Unbelievable. How does he do it? Well, thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier. Wow, what a great show we had last night. Olive Oil's Pizzeria. It was a rainy day. We had all our guests show up. Attila Domos, paraplegic hand cyclist. won his 3rd Pittsburgh Marathon, described it, told all the little nuances of it, little intricacies of winning that event. Just what a great guy. That's my hero in life. You guys look for heroes in life. There's a guy. Crippled himself 25 years ago, lost his girlfriend, his dog, his whole career, and he become a hand cyclist and an inspiration to people, and just great to have him on my show. The end of September, he's going to try for the world record, which he set, 407.7 miles in a 24-hour hand cycling event. He's going to do it at the Uber track in Hazelwood. I forget the dates, like the end of September, and if not then, the first week of August. But check that out. Just great stuff that he had to talk about. We had some other great guests on the show. Diane Underwood has Reverse Aging Energy Spa right here on Highland Avenue in Bethel Park near Norman Center 2 up there. She has saunas that I go to. I've been going there 2 years. People tell me how good I look, so I'm thankful for that. I do a 45-minute sauna 1 to 3 times a week, and she has all kind of other products that help make you healthy and different apparatus to take and use, and just a lot of great things that she does. She has filtrated air, special alkaline water, and it's just a great, healthy environment right here in Bethel Park. And just give a call. She even said if you mention Al Levine, the talking machine, you can get a free sauna.
Wow.
So get 1 session of a sauna. It's usually like $30, so that'll save you some money. But check that out. Then I met a friend of hers that was going to the Reverse Aging Energy Spa, Ellen Crook.
Woo!
And Smoking Jim has a new sweetie. She was a great person talking about sports that she played, but then, like we all say, people have bad things happen. She was concussed 5 times.
Wow.
And had to get special treatments and things, and it helped her somewhat, and she still has issues with that. But you would never know, and she had some skin issues that the sauna helped cure. Smoking Jim saw before and after pictures, and he's utterly amazed. Just a nice young lady, and just comes from a sports family. And we had another lady, a beauty queen, Mrs. Pennsylvania, Mrs. Water, Rachel Rakovin. She's just a great person. She's won 7 different titles, she described it. She's helping to get people in Africa water wells, because they need water. She's already had 2 wells dug, and she's working on getting more done for them. So stay tuned. She has a walk in North Park. She posted up on Facebook. Smoking Jim said he'll be there, but you can't bet on that.
She's a celebrity also, and a lot of celebrities adopt babies from Africa, so maybe she'll do that too.
Well, she has 2 children, Smoking Jim, and she was looking at you, since you like to be a dog owner. She said maybe you could be a child owner and have a couple children there. We'll have to look into that for Smoking Jim Frazier. But we had a great night, and I got a nice Italian ice watermelon, $3. Other people were eating it. It was delicious. Smoking Jim even had a taste, and he liked the watermelon, because he just does. But he's a good guy. And we'll be back again for our Hall of Fame show. Smoking Jim already gave up one of the names, Bonnie Mallett, one of our biggest fans. I didn't know she liked sports. She just came because of Billy Nardozzi, who's now known as Rachel Ann Bouvier. And sure enough, she's a big sports fan. And Smoking Jim has the only vote. I don't know who else is getting in the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. I only found out it's July 8th. So can't wait for that show. It'll be a fun show. Come on out. We had a bunch of fans showed up that night, last night, and they enjoyed it. They had great pizza, hoagies. They were eating and just enjoying the sports talk and everything else that went on. At Olive Oils today, I went and saw Sam. Remember Big Sam, the guy that was delivering pizzas?
Oh, yeah, Big Sam.
Yeah, so he said to say hi. He goes, I didn't hear much of your show, but when I did, you're just great. He goes, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed that. Can't wait to have you back next month. And then he went out and delivered some pizzas. But yeah, now we got another new fan there. So come on out, 930 Brookline Boulevard, Olive Oils Pizzeria. That'll be July 8th. and that's 7:30 to 8:30. So check that out. Smoking Jim will have at least a few more Hall of Famers. I don't know how many.
10.
And they won't all be women, even though Vince Ornato has said, are they all women? They are not. He guaranteed me there will be at least a man or two, so we'll see what happens. With On Location, we're going to be back at the VFW in Millville, which was founded in 1919. So it's 100 years old. It's a great place. Jose Carabella asked us to come on out. Said we'll get to eat and have some fun and, you know, a lot of great things. So we got guests lined up for that. I have the producer of Sandman, James Quinn, coming. I have Natalie Sugars, actress, singer, model, does a lot of things with the Steelers. She's going to be there. And we got Jose's Boxing, Ray Schaefer Boxing Association, and their boxers will be there. So it should be a great show. We're lining that up, and come on out. That's next week, 605 North Avenue in Millvale. And come a little early because, like Smoking Jim found out, he had to walk a couple blocks to get there. But there is parking nearby, and it shouldn't be as crowded as it was for boxing. And we will be doing boxing on location at the VFW on the 22nd. So come there next week on the 17th. And then come back on the 22nd for a great night of boxing. We're going to have some fun, and we may discuss that a little bit later. But we've got things happening with On Location, and I had a gentleman call me, Vinny Klingingsmith, friend of Judge Arnone. We ended up talking till 10:30 that night at Steel Cactus, and his wife's in charge of the cheerleaders. And they've won awards the last couple years, so he's trying to get a show locally in Bethel Park that we could do, and we'll see what happens with that. So might have some Bethel Park cheerleaders on a show in the near future, so stay tuned for our On Location. We'll be back talking some Bucko talk and more.
One of the things we do at BPTV is encourage our producers to film on location. Not only does shooting on location give our producers the opportunity to take advantage of their subject matter, filming in different locations gives each program its own distinct flavor. This also helps anyone who's flipping through the channels avoid confusion when they turn on BPTV. With around 500 programs produced at BPTV each year, the last thing we want people to think is that we're only broadcasting one program. So, you need to come into BPTV to pitch your TV show. But in terms of where you actually end up taping your show, the sky's the limit.
Hey, it's Christine from Bethel Park Library. I want to tell you about a great fundraiser we have going on. You can take home a print of this cute sloth, painted by local artist Maria Prasic, was inspired by Vivian, the sloth that lives at the National Aviary. The original painting will be housed at the Bethel Park Library forevermore, but you can own a 16 by 20 print for $50. You can purchase it at the Bethel Park Public Library or through the library's website at bethelparklibrary.org.
Bucko talk. 30 and 35, like Smoking Jim said, right on schedule for not winning 78 games. We got the hater Smoking Jim about the Buccos. I'm still a fan of the Buccos. Got Archer pitching tonight. Hope he does well. We'll see what happens. They had a little fight supposedly the other night. Musgrove and a guy named Donaldson. Donaldson's getting suspended for it.
Wow.
They both got thrown out of the game, and there wasn't even really a fight. They just threw their gloves down. So who the heck knows what goes on in baseball? They talk about these fights and both teams come together, but I've never seen punches thrown, or rarely see any punches thrown. So I know Smoking Jim would like to see some headlocks and getting tossed around. But they're not doing it, but yeah, the league stepped in and they're going to suspend Donaldson now.
Wow.
Say he instigated it. So you never know. We'll see with the Buccos. It's tough when everybody's injured. They're going to, bring up that Matt Keller on Wednesday to pitch. So he's going to come back up from the minors and pitch. Hopefully he won't give up 6 runs again at the beginning, and he'll do better. Although Smoking Jim's working against him and not believing in him, but we'll see what happens. They got to have somebody that can pitch. And look at all the injuries they have. They got to investigate what their training program is. Because how do you have all these injuries right now with pitchers?
Well, who's Donaldson play for the Pirates?
No. Braves.
He plays for the Braves. Who's the guy for the Pirates? He's not getting,
Musgrove.
is he getting suspended too?
No punches were thrown.
Okay. And now with all the injuries, it's clear that the Pirates are a cursed organization. Going all the way back to '92 to see if Breeden curse is
How's
still
that
on.
even come up? That doesn't even make any sense. There was never a Sid Bream curse. Somebody like yourself just made it up.
Well, the Pirates were supposed to re-sign Sid Bream, and they backstabbed Sid Bream. They
Sid
lied to
Bream
him.
told it in the interview.
And he went on to Atlanta.
He went
and
for the
rest is
money,
history.
and he said that he had to do it for his family.
Well, because the Pirates Pirates pulled their Pirates.
They just
lied
lied
and
to
didn't
him.
offer.
They just lied to
They
him.
lied to him.
You're our main concern. He goes, if I'm their main concern, they got a problem.
Yeah, and now, not only did he beat them, but the curse is on. Man. You can't do
There's
people
no
like
curse because when it happened, the team was going broke. They were going to have to break up the team. Bonds, Bonilla, they were getting rid of all these guys.
that. Why?
They're out of money.
Andy Van Slyke got signed.
No, he didn't. He ended
Yeah.
up going a couple years later. They all got thrown out. My man, that's no curse. That's financial.
It's a financial curse. Huh?
There's no financial. Just like what kind of curse is against you? Last year, a quadruple bypass. This year, total in a car trauma unit for 3 days, glaucoma. Now you got to wear sunglasses all the time. What kind of curse is on you?
It's because of that girl I was dating in New Orleans.
What's her name? Creole.
She put the Creole on me, man.
See, this is where he runs off the reservation, folks. I'm trying to keep him focused. I
That's
asked
why I
some
got to
good
eat
questions.
peanuts in my car, man, to keep me safe.
Eating peanuts in
Yeah.
your car. We have a fun time doing that. I didn't bring peanuts the last time. No wonder we were late. That must have been the curse affecting us. We were late to the Moundsville Penitentiary.
CP time is a curse.
I don't know how you go through it, buddy. It's tough. But yeah, that's our Pirates segment. They got a few different things with some new young players. Like look at Reynolds having his batting streak, looking good out there. Josh Bell, still hitting. So you're probably rooting against Josh Bell right
No,
now.
I like to see him hit 40.
40
No,
what
right.
dingers.
I would love to see that.
Yeah,
Because the Pirates haven't had one since '73.
that's good. You're good on the negative stats.
They're last in the league in that as well. They're the last team to have a 40 home run hitter.
Oh,
in the
that's
season.
good. You still a Pirate fan, or?
I'm not a fan
I know.
of any.
I'm just trying to make that aware that he's not a fan of the Pirates because he thinks Babe Ruth's looking over us. Just because Babe Ruth hit the ball over Forbes Field doesn't mean he's looking over us. He hit his last 3 home runs in Pittsburgh. But Smoking Jim's trying to learn baseball. He even goes to a game once in a while. He even drives by a game. So stay tuned for Smoking Jim Frazier at the baseball park. Did you ever eat at the Ball Yard?
Mm-mm.
Wow. You
I didn't even know. I might
You got to go to Manny
Sanguine's.
Sanguine's place.
I got to check it out. Hopefully
Check
I can
out his
find it.
barbecues.
Now, eating at Actria's, that don't count.
No,
Okay. I ate there.
no, you ate there, but that's That was a location
That
there.
Big Mouth
Not in-
Burger.
You had the talking machine, Big Mouth Burger. Yeah. Those were the days, Smoking Jim.
It was fun.
Yeah, we had some fun there, that's for sure. But yeah, you got to go eat in the stadium. Maybe someday you can. I'm hopeful. Who the heck knows, buddy? Well, how about our boxing? We got the 22nd.
I'm
Some
excited
amateur
about.
boxing.
I'm excited about that. Jose does a phenomenal job with his fighters. Of course, my favorite fighter of all time, Colleen Davis. You know, hopefully she'll be at the show
She should be
on
fighting.
the 17th and be fighting on the 22nd. So I'm excited.
You may
about
get to
that.
see her. She missed you, and they prayed for you when they were on the show, and you were incognito.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you had a lot of
Appreciate all the
people praying
prayers.
for you. Look at all the people we meet, and they say, I've prayed for you.
Yeah.
So it must have worked. They beat the curse because he got the curse on him the last couple years. I don't know who put it on him. He's talking about some Creole woman, but I never saw any verification of that. I haven't seen you out of time except in New Ken, but I don't know what's going on there. No, but we should have a great night of boxing there. And then the Bronson House is going to have us on July 20th.
Wow.
We're going to be back out in Washington, PA at their historic venue doing fights there for them.
Wow.
July 20th.
That's huge. I love it out there.
Mark that on your calendar, buddy. I know you're a busy guy.
I'm already making reservations for the Waffle House.
Are you? I didn't know you stop
Love
in
it.
there.
Love it there.
Do you? What do you get?
I get waffles.
Do you? You like syrup?
Waffles and sausage, brother.
We're trying to get him to eat healthy. What the heck? We're trying to get him to go to the sauna. He's not going.
I might go.
You're not even
I
ready.
might go see Colleen out there.
She's not there.
She don't work here?
Ellen might be there.
Ellen. When I
See,
say
he
Colleen.
already forgot her name. I don't know what we're even talking about. Colleen's the fighter.
Yeah, that's right. Ellen's
She's the,
she's the crook.
yeah, Ellen Crook. Definitely. She was selling advertising.
Her dad played with my cousin
Get
at
on.
Junior out at Dwayne Rideout. Yeah, and you would have been.
I'd have been there
You'd
too.
have been on that team, man.
Yeah, possibly.
You might have took her dad's job.
No, I don't know if he was center.
then again, you might have took you might have took her mom. So you never know.
Smoking Jim. This is,
Rewrote history there, brother. Good thing you didn't go.
leave it to Smoking Jim.
Like I used to tease Coach Tomlin all the time, and he didn't like it, man.
What'd you tease?
And then I was like, man, how'd your wife pick you over the one guy that played for New Orleans that's in jail now? I can't think of it. Sharper.
Wow.
Yeah, I said, how'd she pick you over Darren Sharper, you know? Darren Sharper, good-looking guy like you know?
Thank you, Smoking
Except
Jim.
for he drugged women in 9 different states, and he's jailed the rest of his life, just like Kellen Winslow Jr.'s in jail
Who was that
now.
Crosby guy that was doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Cosby.
Yeah, I don't believe he did it, but
He did it.
I
He was
can't-
guilty of
I
it.
found that hard to believe, but
You were still eating his Jello, so you wouldn't believe
yeah,
it.
pudding, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted pudding and Jello.
But did you hear about Kellen Winslow Jr.?
No.
He's he raped a homeless lady. And I think he raped a couple other people, but he got convicted, and he may be going to jail for the rest of his life.
You're kidding.
Kellen Winslow, he's always been in trouble. I think there's something wrong with him in the head.
Yeah, who knows? That's a shame. I'm
The
against
verdict
all
just
things.
came down yesterday.
I missed that.
I shared it.
Yeah. You can't keep a secret.
Yeah, I had to share it on Facebook. First thing I shared this morning.
No way. I missed that. I don't see some of your posts. I see the Steel Beauty of the day
Oh man, yeah.
and Pittsburgh women. Who's the prettiest woman? Pittsburgh women.
Yes, don't you agree?
Yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I cannot agree, man.
I can't, especially with all the sweeties for Jimmy.
I'm not a fan of the sports teams, but I am a fan of the women here
Are
in
you?
Pittsburgh. Beautiful women in Pittsburgh, man.
Thanks, Smoke. You have to do a show on that.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do a show on PCTV.
Hey, can I share my Edelman story?
Yeah.
Julian Edelman.
Would you do it? Because Jack didn't come in.
Jack peeked in.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
But, you know, one of the greatest college backfields, you know.
There's Jack.
Yeah, there it is. I can't read it from there, but yeah, thanks, Jack. But one of the
Jack came back.
everybody knows I'm an NFL scout, and that
Yeah.
requires me to watch college football. So
Yeah.
I'm a football fan of college sports, not the NFL. But probably the greatest backfield I ever seen was Kent State when Julian Edelman played. Julian Edelman was a quarterback.
Whoa.
Used to run for, had a pretty good arm, but he ran for 1,000 yards a year. One year, I think he had like 1,400 yards rushing.
Wow.
And the greatest running back in Kent State history was about 5'2" or 5'3", you know, about 160 pounds, played for Central Catholic, ran for 4,000 yards at Kent State, and his name was Eugene Jarvis.
Wow.
And they were in the backfield together. So quarterback would run for 1,000 and the little tailback would run for 1,000. And the only reason Eugene Jarvis didn't get a pro tryout was, one, he's a little overrated because he didn't play at Gateway.
Yeah.
You know, they beat Gateway a couple times in the championship, and I never forgave him for that.
Nice.
But
Congrats to him.
yeah, I always thought Justin King was the better player. But Eugene Jarvis, they found out, and Eugene Jarvis, when he was in youth football at 10 or 11 years old, scored 50 touchdowns. So he was always a great.
Wow.
I mean, he was
50
unbelievable.
touchdowns.
50 touchdowns. So he rewrote the record books in quad A rushing for Central. But his senior year at Kent State,
Yeah.
he ended up getting hurt the third or fourth game of the season.
Wow.
He had
That's
ran
terrible.
for probably 5,000 yards. And when they did an MRI, they found out he was born with only one kidney. And he what's it called when you get a cut on your kidney? Like
I don't know.
yeah, whatever. He had a slash on his kidney from a
Ooh.
hit. And so he had to give up football because
It could have killed him.
his one kidney was damaged, and he was born, and they never knew that he was born with only one kidney. So
Wow. What a story.
maybe he could have been in the pros like Edelman.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
only 5'2".
Yeah, he probably maybe pushing 5'4", maybe
5'4".
with the cleats. But he could run, man.
Yeah.
He could run. Yeah,
No, that helps.
yeah.
What a story, Smoking Jim.
What a story. So that was probably, and I always said that was one of the best backfields I ever seen. But if you white guys like Edelman, and I do as a black man,
Okay.
there's somebody
Glad you
that's-
got the race on first.
there's somebody better than Edelman that's white. So you fantasy football players, pick up this white guy. You
Tell
know,
them the name.
some fantasy football teams, you got to have at least one white guy on the team.
Really?
Yeah, that's a rule.
Where's that come about?
You got to have at least
Smoking,
one, man.
Jim. You're out of
Yeah,
control.
there's some leagues like that, man. Just can't go all black.
No way.
Because if it's white, it's all right. So there's a guy that's playing for the Arizona Cardinals,
Okay.
white guy.
All right.
Maybe the best receiver I've ever seen in my life. Probably faster than any black guy in the league.
Wow.
His name is Andy Isabella.
Wow.
Remember
Can you
that
spell
name? Andy Isabella. Fantasy football players don't. Hey, this is no joke. Write that name down. Andy Isabella, a rookie wide receiver from UMass.
it? Wow.
Maybe the best I ever seen. He can outrun any brother in the league. He's going to be a superstar for the Arizona
Did he just get drafted?
Cardinals. He's a rookie. Andy Isabella, my #1 rated wide receiver in the whole draft. Nobody's ever heard of him. Andy Isabella. fastest white or black guy I ever seen since
Wow.
Bob Hayes.
Who's his quarterback going to be?
It's gonna be the little short black guy from Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was 5'10".
Yeah. So Andy Isabella's about 5'10". They can
Wow.
look each other eye to eye.
Can't beat that.
Nah. Andy Isabella.
You heard it first from Smoking Jim Frazier. He comes up with these tidbits. They sound crazy, but he watches a film or two every day,
Yes, sir.
even with the sunglasses on. So he sees clear. I know when we drove back from Moundsville Penitentiary, he took the sunglasses off the drive. I was actually nervous because he got me there safe. We ate, had some fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah, no, that was great. We'll be back there again, supposedly. They're going to have something.
Wow. Oh yeah, MMA.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, we'll get invited to that.
I got to dust off my Mike Murray jersey.
Well, you wear it pretty regular. He likes you for it. No doubt about it.
You see what I got on now? The Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Say your
At
name.
least.
Dowds,
Yep. So,
who was concussed in 8th
yeah,
grade.
so I'm proudly displaying it.
I'm glad you washed it. What kind of hat you got on? What the heck?
It goes with the outfit.
Not really.
White hat, white shoes.
That's a little off. Black
Off
hat.
white,
Black
lily
hat
white.
would have been nice. Or even a green hat would have been nice with that.
I got some off white. I got some lily white. I got some tan white.
Look at those Nikes you got on. They look like size 17s.
Yeah, bro.
They look big.
For the viewing audience,
Wow. Oh, that,
Bigfoot from Monroeville.
look at these shoes. What'd you pay for them? $10.
$10. $150 Nikes
Wow.
for $10.
They seen you coming, buddy.
Yeah.
They know who you are.
Burlington can't seem to sell them.
Really?
Yeah. Fit good.
I thought you got them out of the back of a truck. Smoking Jim, you're too much there. Unbelievable. Since you do these PCTV shows, what's the next PCTV show coming up, buddy?
Next show will be Friday. I got friend of the show,
Who?
Sarah. Sarah has a guest.
Sarah Mosen.
Yeah, motion. It's pretty much she brings on the guests, and I just sit there.
No way.
So she's bringing on somebody. I think Special Olympics or somebody like that.
Wow.
But also bringing on the Pittsburgh Sportsline. I usually do 2 shows.
Yeah.
So after Sarah leaves, I'm bringing on Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer
Who?
Arene, the champ.
RNA.
Arene. Yeah, she's coming on, and
You're kidding. What an all-star crew you got.
She's bringing on one of her calendars. You know, she's featured in the calendar, and she's a IFBB pro bodybuilder bikini.
Of course.
So we're going to do a little. I do a show called Healthy Relationships. So we're going to do a little healthy relationship talk and see if we can straighten out some of the guys out there, man.
That isn't going to happen. You can't even straighten yourself out. You're not straightened out. Well, say hi to Sarah for me.
Okay.
Glad you're doing a show with her on Friday.
Let me say hi to Arene too.
Yeah, you could tell her. She's a friend of mine. I've had a couple pictures with her, although it was hard to get in line with you there.
She's a beautiful young lady. What and smart too. You see that how white her teeth are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does she do that? You have to ask that question.
Yeah. Well, as you know, she used to be a dental hygienist or worked in the dentist's office, something like that too.
Maybe she got some teeth whitening stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see her.
Maybe she can give you some of that too.
Yeah. I'll take some.
She could help you out. Definitely. Maybe she could get you in shape like she is.
Yeah, she's in shape now.
She gets you to drop 100.
Man, if she was my personal trainer, I'd go
Really?
more often, yeah.
Would
but
you?
she like way out Uniontown.
That's not
So-
bad. You drive like that.
I like to drive, but you know, me getting in on her schedule would be
Yeah.
tough.
Really?
Yeah.
I got
So,
you. Well,
but I would travel if she could fit me in, yeah.
well, ask her if she could fit you in.
Well, I like late night. I like late night meetings. I like my meetings to start at midnight, brother. It got to be a 24-hour fitness.
Smoking Jim, I don't even understand what these meetings are about.
Hey, we're gonna bring in the roaring 20s, brother.
Put it like this: I've known you be almost 8 years. I still don't know what you do. I don't know what these meetings are. It's just crazy. But you're doing shows out there, so I give you credit for that. How you weaseled into being a producer on PCTV is beyond me.
It's beyond everybody, brother.
I can't even imagine you talked me. How about the time you talked me into doing a show?
Yeah, it had the potential to be a great show too, man. You had the best. You brought the best guests on, man.
I
My
know.
man,
We had guests.
oxygen guy.
We had guests all
We
over
had
the
the
place.
egg timer going.
We had everything going. And how'd we get shut down?
I guess they was intimidated by the talking machine.
I
They
got-
wouldn't even play none of our. Every time I submit a show for them to run, oh, you guys talking too much about advertisers. Oh, it's a boxing show.
I know. How come they couldn't put us on? I think they're prejudiced against me.
I do too.
I couldn't have been any
You
nicer.
ain't dark enough.
No, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Thank you.
I could have got Steve Fisher in the Rookie of the Year, but he didn't want to use. He didn't want to throw. He wanted to get in on his own. He didn't want to throw my name out there.
I know. No, well, he said he met a cousin of yours. So I go, he's got 99 godchildren. Who knows how many cousins? So you probably met somebody there at the studio.
Probably met my cousin.
Yeah, they're all cousins.
I got some cousins that'll rob him, so you got to be careful, man.
Well, we're not going there, but I don't know how you do it, Smoking Jim. When's your next show with Jody? Is it on the schedule yet?
With Jody, with her new job,
It's hard.
she's a little bit mad. Although she does come on some shows to bring one of her books for you to give
I got a whole
away.
box of books.
But it probably won't be for a couple of months because with her new job,
Really, it's taken away from her.
she thinks I'm not reaching out to her enough, but I know there's pressure on her. She can't leave the job like before. There's pressure on her to sell. I like for her to.
You only need her for an hour.
I like, huh?
You only need her for an hour.
Well, hopefully when my sports betting kicks in, my goal is to make $1,000 a day. I'll retire Jody. That way she could be full time with me.
Well, how's that working out?
Right now, I'm about 40,000 in a hole. So,
give me the $250 you're going to bet tonight.
no,
I'll give it to you next week, and you'll be ahead of the game.
I'm up 5 games in baseball because I always bet against the Pirates. So I'm a little bit ahead now. But there ain't no money betting against a bad team
Really?
because you know the 30% comes
Yeah.
off top. But you say the Dodgers,
Right.
well, they're 7-1 odds against the Pirates. So
Yeah.
you know if the Pirates win, you win a bunch of money.
Right.
But I just, man, if I could have bet that Mexican to knock out,
Ruiz.
like my buddy did.
Yeah.
McSorley.
You could have made some serious
You know
money.
McSorley's dad? Is he sharp or what? You see the
Yeah.
suits and stuff?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, I didn't know McSorley had a dad.
Yeah. Most people do have dads. He had his mother. Met his mother, too. Very nice lady.
I never met her.
I don't know where you've been. Next time we go there, they got fights on July 13th
I
at
can't wait.
in Homestead, the library,
Yeah, I'll show up
Carnegie
there. I'll
Library.
get there early.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta watch where I park my car around there.
Really?
Don't you?
No. I park right on the street, a block or two away. Yeah, there's parking all around the library. You got to get out a little bit, buddy. Everything's not like God's country.
Maybe we'll see Jim O'Brien there again.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
He'll be hustling some books.
That was a great interview.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
interviewed him, that was outstanding. I enjoyed that, man.
Yeah, it was the first and only time I've had one guest.
Yeah,
How'd he do?
man, knocked it out the park. Knocked
Yeah.
it out the park.
He can talk. He knows some sports. He's written about it for his whole lifetime.
How's the Kamikaze Kid doing?
I haven't seen him lately. Every once in a while, he sends me a message
Yeah, we gotta drive
during
down
on
here.
holidays.
We gotta
go
pay
down
him a
there and
t-shirt,
beep
yeah.
the horn and say hello.
Yeah, I need a pit hat.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd look good in a pit hat. He might charge you though.
I don't mind. I'll pay.
He still wants to know how you get all these pictures with beautiful women. He just doesn't know how you do it.
I just tell him I know the Kamikaze Kid, man. Come on.
No, you can't lie to me like that. You post them all the time. I don't know. Now you got a couple new ones from last
I can't,
night.
thanks to you.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Sports Line comes through again. No, it was a good show. Sorry we wandered around a little. As you can see, Smoking Jim's a busy man in the media. He's out there and about doing his thing with different shows and different people. How about Claudio? When you doing a show with him again? Or he's big time with podcasts.
Maybe at the end of the month. Maybe because of boxing.
That'll be on my birthday, June 30th.
We ain't doing nothing that day but celebrating, brother.
okay.
Yeah, that's a holiday
That's my
everywhere, man.
birthday.
Yeah, I don't do no shows on a holiday, man. That's like Dr. Martin Luther King Day in my household, man. Your birthday, man. But,
I'm glad you finally figured out when it is.
Well, you changed it.
I
don't know
never
how you
changed
did.
I never
I'm gonna
changed it.
find the tape where you said your birthday's in October.
Never. I never said that. We founded the show October 11th, 2011. He thought that was my birthday.
That's almost 9/11.
Yeah. We missed it by a few years. Smoking Jim. I hope you had fun watching our show. We covered a lot of territory there. But check us out. We'll be at the VFW in Millville next Monday. I'd like to have you come out. They got food, drinks, and all kinds of stuff out there. We'll have great sports talk. Check us out there. Thanks to Smoking Jim Frazier. This is Al Levine saying good night and stay Joey strong.
Hi, Bethel Park. Uncle Al speaking. I'm asking you to come help us behind the scenes at BP TV. We're looking for some proud Bethel Park residents to help us make the shows that you want to watch. For more information, contact Station Director Dave Cable, and we will see you behind the cameras at BP TV.